Go.
Parents and Teachers Conference. Why we need to conduct Parents and Teachers Conference? Conducting effective teachers and parents conference can boost family involvement to your classroom, and it helps to promote positive outcomes in you, your student, and your school. Parents and Teachers Conference are usually one or twice in a year. At the progress report of a period, they are brief meeting at last about 10 to 30 minutes. Conferences are typically scheduled 1 to 2 months in advance. Some middle and high school only request parents conference to discuss problems. Most schools set aside a specific date and time for conference. But if the school schedule conflict with the family schedule, it worth the effort to find a mutual convenient time, or even schedule a phone or video conference. Be mindful of special situations such as divorced parent, single parent, and guardianship. Some divorced parent, for example, may request a separate conference. Here we have a few tips to get most out of your conference. Here is the before conference. Here is the get informed. Make sure that you are familiar with your school or school district protocols on the progress of report or report card, grading policy, and any other student assessment tools. As you move through the conference, the report card or progress report can be springboard for discussion and help guide you through the meeting. Also, have any local or state standard test result available to share. If possible, make sure you know how to standard testing data will be used to customize or different instruction of your student. Next is prepare your materials. Prepare materials well before the conference make you feel more at ease when families show up at your classroom door. As you, teachers during the school year, keep in mind which assessment will be shared and reported at the classroom. At the class conference, reviews student data, assignment and assessment that you'll be sharing with the parents, and make notes about what you like to ask parents about their children to support learning. Next is send informative invitation. Be sure to communicate the importance of attending conference at the back to the school night and other parents forums. And let the parents know that they are a critical part of their child's instructional tip. When you send home information about conference dates and time, give the parents several meeting times to choose from. On the invitation, remind the parents that they be able to ask questions about the effective parent-teachers conference. Is a two-way conversation about student. You may also want to remind parents to be respectful of other parents' time and be clear that the time slot will be extended if the parents arrive late. Next is during the conference meeting. Create a welcome environment. Make your classroom invited by displaying the students' work and make space for the conference with an adult-sized table and chair. If the parents need to bring their child or the other siblings, have an area set aside with the puzzles, games, worksheets, or computer to limit the distraction. Also consider they offer a healthy snacks or beverage to the families. Remember to have a paper and pen available so parents can take notes. You also might want to have a box of tissue available when you have to deliver a bad news. Next is open with positives. When you start the conversation, reminds parents that the goal of this meeting is to share the information about the student academic progress and growth and how this child interact in the school environment. All the parents are proud with their child and want to hear about their child's strength as well as the challenges. So be sure to discuss both but start with the positive. Next is discuss progress and growth. Inform the parents about their child's ability level or the grade level. In the different content area, use the demonstrative work example or a teaching result, testing result. Many parents want to know how their child compared to the other pairs, but remind them that you discussing their child's individual instructional level, not their standing in the class. You should, however, inform them about the grade level exceptions and how the student is doing in the context. Next is avoid the teacher's talk. K-12 education is loaded with jargon and acronyms, but parents-teacher conference is not the place to use them. Be sure that to explain any terms, curriculum titles, or even work to progress report that aren't commonly used outside of the school setting. Next is ask question and listen. Make sure ask the parents or guardian for their input about the student's strength, needs, learning style, as well as their hopes and dreams for their children. And don't forget to ask this simply but important question. Does your child like the school, and why or why not? That the single line of questioning can give you a lot of information that can be helpful in the classroom. So next is make a plan. Provide a suggestion for activity, strategy to support learning at home. Spend the last few minutes of the meeting on your specific goal for the students. Note the kind of strategy you'll use, the length of the time you'll use them, and when you communicate to parents. Next is be honest and be things and have a think skill. And your responsibility to give it's your responsibility to give the parents or guardian an accurate assessment of the student's academic progress. Sometimes, this means delivering bad news or even sugarcoating the fact, defeat the purpose of the conference meeting. Next is after the conference. This is a follow-up. A little thank you can go a long way. Many parents have take time off work and hire babysitter to attend conference. So consider that taking the time to thank parents in a letter or email. You can also have a student writing thank you notes to their parents or guardian for attending and supporting their learning and the notes remind parents to contact you if they have any further question or concern. Next is communicate regularly. Let the parents know what's going on with their child in an ongoing fashion, keeping families informed about class project, homework, and other assessment, students' accomplishment, and any problem or concern that may arise. Next is enhance your instruction. Now that you know a little more about your students, use the information to make instruction decision that will help your student achieve and growth in the classroom. So that is the few tips that can help you to give a progress or growth in your conference meeting. So thank you for listening. That's all. Thank you.